I'm Brett Griffin, and I'm here with Kyle and Jake Wafler of Wafler Farms. These guys are diverse, successful farmers in central New York. We've also got Logan and Jake with Nutrien Ag Solutions joining us. We're gonna dive into what it takes to be successful here. The first thing I wanna know is, what town are we actually in here?
We're in Walcott, New York, which is between Rochester, New York and Syracuse, New York, right on the south shores of Lake Ontario.
Okay, awesome. So you guys have been farming obviously a long time. How long has this place been around?
My brother and I are third generation, and my grandfather immigrated over here from Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
Bought the farm in 1959 and got the nursery started in 1962.
You do two very different things. So tell me a little bit about, Jake, what you do here.
So I run our nursery operation, so we're growing apple trees and other fruit trees for other farms in the area and all across the country to start their orchards with.
Okay, what about you, Kyle?
I run with my dad the apple production side of our business, and we're mainly focused on fresh market apples. We grow, pack, and ship our own fruit.
What makes this area great for growing fruit?
Mostly Lake Ontario being so close. It's a big frost protection for us, which is one of the biggest worries we have in the spring, that the flowers will get damaged by frost coming in.
And Jake, you're bringing a lot of technology to this farm.
Yeah, we help them with our Echelon platform from Nutrien Ag Solutions. So all the historical data from the farm, whether it be soil sampling or yield data off the combine, hopefully one day yield data out of the orchards to kind of help them, break up the orchards and be more efficient with every acre.
Yeah, how much is Jake helping you guys to be more efficient and have better yields?
Jake's a key factor because we can come out here and do the soil samples or have Nutrien do the soil sampling and grit it out. To fill our gap before we got our variable rate spreader, Nutrien helped us out with doing some applications, variable rate and stuff like that.
How much of a variable application process can happen on an orchard this size with what you're doing?
You look at all the hills over here, the soil types change so much, right? And the soils are going to affect how that tree is growing and how those nutrients are going to get up into the trees.
We may have, 5 different soil types throughout the one row.
Do you have to use fertilizer on these trees?
It's such a heavy product, whether it's the apple or the trees, it's getting totally removed from the soil. So we're replenishing whatever we take out plus more to try and, build that soil back up.
And Logan, how do you know what type of fertilizer to use for these guys?
So we'll use products like Titan on the potash because most of their ground is getting some rate of potash everywhere, but we do run into situations where they have a ton of phosphorus already in the soil, so that Titan helps make that phosphorus more available to the plant. We've seen good results with that. Then also some of the other fertilizers we use in the nursery, we're using some products like Radiate to help stimulate root growth.
One thing that these guys have helped us out with too is in the nursery, it's so specialized even for apple growers, where we don't really know a good level amount for each nutrient.
Tissue sampling and soil sampling is key to that. So we'll come out and we'll either grit it or we'll zone it. Logan or someone will come out and soil sample, and based on those results, we'll get a good recommendation.
You've got a lot of future ahead of you guys, so I'm gonna ask you both what this question means to you. When you hear feeding the future together, like what comes to mind? Jake, you go first.
Yeah, I think long term, we need to keep doing a good job with the ground that we have and make sure we're, sustaining it and keeping it healthy so it keeps producing for us and the next generation, after me and Kyle, whoever that may be.
Kyle.
Yeah, everyone says the third generation is the toughest to get through, so we're third generation, so I hope we make it to the fourth.
I think this third generation is gonna be just fine, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you guys are gonna be fine. Hey, let's go eat some apples.
Sounds good.
All right.